Hello and a warm welcome to this analysis. Now, today's video I'm covering Zydus Life Science, formerly known as Cadila Healthcare. Now, Zydus has a very big presence in the US generic pharma market with over 200 generic products out there. 50% of its revenue comes from the US market. It's the fifth largest generic company present in the US markets right now. One of the probable reasons why we are seeing a sharp decline in the stock, keeping in mind the US tariff and FDA policy. Now, if you look at the quarterly charts, which I have opened in front of you, the stock has had a splendid run. And you can see, except for a mild occasion out here of during the COVID fall, and then again a little bit during the start of the Russia Ukraine crisis, that's the time when the stock broke the baseline. But very good recovery of that and continuation of an uptrend has taken place right now, coming very close to that baseline support 760 in the quarterly charts, with a resistance which I would like to see is something out here. You can see from the April 2024 quarter, the next three quarters struggled to go above 1060 70. So that will be the level which in the quarterly charts, which would be a long term, medium to long term scenario, that's your resistance right now. Now let's have a look at what the monthly charts are telling us. In the monthly charts, you can see a beautiful uh, V-shaped breakout took place out here. Now, as per Ichimoku, the stock in the month of August 2024 completed a price and time equilibrium target, and then did see some profit booking taking place in that zone. And from that, the Ichimoku price time theory suggested profit booking or a reversal of trend for the medium to short term in that which is taking place right now out here. So in the monthly charts, it is from month of February during the heavy selling, it did manage to hold the baseline, clinging onto the baseline even in the month of March. Very tiny candle in March. Now in April, we just into the second week of April, but it has slipped below the baseline at which is now at 890. So that's the minimum recovery required for the stock to survive above 890, but this is monthly, still a long way to go. Above that, the resistance comes in at 1060, which matches with our quarterly chart resistance. The support, because this 890 is so crucial, there is no major support on the way in as per Ichimoku in the monthly. The nearest one would be this breakout zone out here, which is a bit near 650 to 575. That doesn't hold. We are looking at 425 in the monthly charts for Zydus Life at the current moment. Let's have a look at the weekly charts. In the weekly charts, you can see a clear free fall below the Ichimoku cloud structure, quite bearish, bounced back yesterday. Start of the week, we had a massive gap down yesterday, Monday, April 7. We can see an open equal to low candle formation in the weekly, which has pushed it back out here. The weekly resistance is at 950. Above that, 1020-25 odd would be the next resistance out here, with support coming again quite deep below at 750. Below that would be quite deep down at 600 to 550 level, which again matches with our monthly chart structure right now. So 750 very crucial, 950 on the upside in this case. Now let's come to the daily time frame. Now before I go into the daily Ichimoku charts, the derivative data, the future data of the stock 5 days shows a 2% decline versus a 22% OI addition. Of course, 2% is looking like that because of the sharp recovery we saw in the last 2 days in the stock. One day is showing 2.75% rally with a 15% OI addition. So the stock has seen short covering taking place and some fresh long additions along the way taking place. In the option data, 860 put, which is at the money, has the highest OI, while 950 call has the highest OI in the call side, with 900 coming in second with some decent OI. But the option data is clearly showing that the higher the out of the money puts are seeing additions, while the which are in the money, because of the sharp decline we saw in the last week of this stock, the those became in the money. Their profit booking is clearly visible in puts. Long and put booking is very clear in the data. Now let's have a look at the daily time frame. In the daily time frame, I can see a resistance right here, the Ichimoku baseline at 870, very very close to current price. Above that, we have one here at 940, which is a bigger resistance. 860 might not stop it. If we've seen a sharp pullback with short covering, it could above 870 try to move up, but this is a big one at 940. Above that, all the way here at 1025. But keep your eyes on this one. This is much more sharper out here, and it matches with our weekly, monthly resistance levels formations in the stock, accordingly taking place in the stock. So all time frames suggesting this is not going to be that easy to conquer. Let's have a look at the hourly time frame. Hourly, you can see sharp dump, sharper recovery out here. So resistance quite a little bit higher, near 880, and then 905 odd levels for it. Support is at 850. Failure to hold 850 would put pressure, which is actually more clearer in the daily time frame. You can see yesterday's close and today's low is at 837. So if it sinks below 837, stock could again come under selling pressure. So overall, my particular reading of the stock is that until it starts conquering above 940, 950, the downside for the stock is still open. And ideally, for such a stock, we've seen a massive breakout, which is, and plus trading below the Ichimoku cloud, just around it. So it has a probability below 840 to further push its way down. May not happen quickly, may not happen that fast, but the probability is there to push its way down to the gap area, the breakout area, sorry, the breakout area out here. So I would be looking very, very carefully to, from a long side to only do it. Yes, short term trading is a different story, but otherwise, I would be looking at this level as a crucial junction for, not to be trapped in longs out here unless it breaches above that level, and then a smooth rally is very much possible. Above 1020, we have 1170. So that's a massive area we are talking about for the stock. If once it starts building up positions, gradually rallies above that, so the short term upside would be that. But then the bigger side, once it takes out this gap down area which we saw, the next one is at 1450. So overall, my reading, either let it start sustaining above 950, or let it come down to this and then trade for this level on the upside for the stock. A disclaimer: this is not a trading or investing advice to you. This is a video purely based on the study of Ichimoku, and it's purely education in nature. Please do your study carefully and properly before taking a decision on trading or investing in the stock. Now, I hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock ideas. Until then, safe trading and happy investing.